So this is the entrance to my basement. You can see there's a whole cave down here. I mean, starting with right here is a picture. If you live in Detroit, this is a really famous photo from opening day in 1911. This is Davy Jones catching to Bill Sullivan. Honestly, a lot of people had this photograph, but I wanted the signatures of it. The photograph is not terribly, I mean, not terribly rare. Davy Jones' autograph is not terribly rare. Billy Sullivan, it took me a little longer to find his autograph. He's only valuable because he is in the T206 set, and there are people there that collect everyone in the T206 set. Not that it's possible to get them all. So just I thought it complemented really well. And everything in my basement, you will notice, has autographs related to it. If there's no autograph on it, I pretty much don't want to hang it. So to contrast opening day 1911 in the snow is opening day, I think this is 2021 in the snow with Miguel Cabrera. I do have a Miguel Cabrera contact, so he helped me get this nice picture autographed. Blew it up, framed it. Speaking of Tigers, and I showed this off before. This is a 1968 team signed. Everyone that is in the team photo, either if they were alive, they signed the actual photo right here. If not, I got them to sign somewhere out here. I even recently added John Hand, who was the equipment manager, right here. I got to get that framed in there. So the only one I need is the traveling secretary. No, I've never seen a photo of his. Flipping around here, Olympia Arena, if you're hockey fans, this is from there. It was signed by a lot of greats. I'm looking here like Ted Lindsay, Ted Kennedy, Milt Schmidt, Gordie Howe, Maurice Richard, Henry Richard. There's a lot of hockey Hall of Famers on here. So it's just a beautiful piece. I get my framer. Can't recommend a good framer highly enough. Frame that for me. Right below that, just because I had it, it was a gift to me. I know where else to put it, as a Derek Jeter signed photo. It is MLB certified, so and not that I had any data trail, but it's real. So again, moving down, my ex-wife gave this to me. It's from the 2006 All-Star game, and it is a signed All-Star print. Flipping around right here, I've shown this before. This is my Jim Bottomley Perez Steel. It's got a government postcard, which is why I bought this. But turns out that this is the actual Jim Bottomley original Perez Steel postcard. This is the original. I opened it up. I took pictures. I sent it to Dick Perez, who later confirmed that, yep, that's the original one. That's how I sold it. So that's pretty cool, actually. I bought it very cheap. Just keep going down the stairs. This is my last game in Tiger Stadium piece. You can see right here, the only thing autographed on this is the Ernie Harwell. This is like the second to last game. Right below that is a ticket to the second to last game. And right below, well, next to that is the ticket to the last game. And again, just some other memorabilia from the last game at Tiger Stadium. Speaking of Tiger Stadiums, again, going further down, this is a piece that my framer actually helped put together. I only got one piece on it signed for him, and that was Chris Ilitch. He's the owner of the Tigers. He is by far, though, the hardest probably person on this to get signed. Granted, K-Line's dead, but at the time, Ilitch just not like signing autographs. I was at a small event with him. I got him. He always signed in black. It wasn't my choice. It was Chris's choice. So the person who got everything else signed didn't like it, so I offered to buy it to him. So Little Michigan State right here. This is a piece of Jennison Florer. It's signed by a couple of coaches from Michigan State, including Hall of Famer Tom Izzo. Speaking of Tom Izzo, again, I'll pan this back right here. This is a piece from the 2000 title. I was able to go to all the games except one, including the final games. So those are all my ticket stubs from the games. This is the special commemorative paper that they gave out or sold right after they won in Indianapolis. I did get Tom Izzo literally to sign it that night right there on the ESPN set. So that's pretty cool. We'll get to that wall in a second here. So now we're in my basement. I use very special lighting down here so you could touch it. It has very little heat. It's not hot at all. So I'm a big Dave Matthews fan. So right here is like a Dave Matthews print. Ryan's my son. So we were very lucky. We got quite a few of these like doodles from Dave Matthews himself. He would hand it to my son. I love this stuff. This is like actually almost more than Hall of Fame autographs of these doodles. They're very cool. Then again, if I could pan back here, I have a bunch of just signed letters from various Hall of Famers. Again, you can see I love the letterhead, which is why I framed them all. I can go like Ted Lyons, Walter Alston. This is cool. This is Comiskey's signed letter. And again, it's dated 1919 and it's got the White Sox logo on it. So yeah, it's got the envelope that came with it. So that's pretty cool. Again, I'm just real quickly, Freddie Lidstrom. This is Rabbit Marinville, but again, a very rare full name signed Walter Marinville. Leo DeRocher, an NBC letterhead. Bowie Kuhn. Again, these are all baseball letterhead. Landis as commissioner. Van Johnson as the American League commissioner. You have a Connie Mack down here. I got a couple of Connie Macks. This is just a general Connie Mack signed letter. Again, these aren't that rare. It's just really cool. Clark Griffith signed letter on Washington letterhead. This is cool, Papa Bell. I love the contents of this letter. He talks about that, like, I mean, you could read it right here. Who had the most homers? He thinks Turkey Stern did and Josh Gibson. So, again, I'll move a little to the side here. I got a real cool Roger Hornsby signed letter that came with the envelope. Right below there is like a Paul Wainer. It's not a minor league letterhead. Right next to that, this is actually a pretty Alex Pompey. You can look him up. I mean, it's a tough autograph, but again, I love the letterhead. The Giants letterhead is just cool. I love how the orange just pops. Again, moving down a little bit, this is on Yankees letterhead. This is actually a pretty rare letterhead because it has the Yankees football team on it right there, and the football team did not exist that long. But again, what makes this so special is not the George Weiss signature, is that James Dean signature. And that James Dean is better known as Dizzy Dean. Again, it's very tough to find a full name James Dean signature, so it's tough for me to pass. Not so hard, but again, Pittsburgh Pirates, George Sisler autograph, and a back here we have a Billy Evans letterhead on Red Sox letterhead. And again, I got some stuff laying around right over here. We have some Michigan State stuff. The most notable person on this, obviously, is Draymond Green right here. This is from their Final Four run. I got more Michigan State stuff just laying around. Again, just moving around here. Like I said, I'm a big Dave Matthews fan, so somehow my son, leave it to him, got pulled onto Carter, the drummer's bus. We were on the bus. He signed this to Ryan, my buddy, rock out your friend Carter Beaufort, so that's cool. Here's a cool print that I put together from, these are all from signed books, various signed books from the presidents. None of them are that rare, but you put them all together. Again, my framer does a great job. It does a nice piece. Again, I've shown this piece off before from Dave Matthews. It's a really rare sketch. Again, leave it to my son. He got pulled on backstage after a show for Dave Matthews, and Dave's drew this for him. It's just like a rhinoceros he's famous for. So again, moving on, like here, this is kind of like my goat wall. I think I showed this off a long time ago. It's kind of a little bit of a mess. There's me and Hulk Hogan. Hogan signed that. It's from the National. Bill, again, sorry I cut you off there. Jordan signed Upper Deck piece. Roger Federer cut signed piece that I framed. This is LeBron James, Dwayne Wade side pieces. LeBron is from the book Shooting Stars signing. I got signed at a book signing. Wasn't the best. I cut it up. Again, right above that, Tom Brady. Again, this is from a signed book that he did. It was like $350. I should have bought some more. Wayne Gretzky cut, again, from his book. So a lot of times you'll see this from books. I get them cut. I have them framed. They look really nice. My framer does a great job with them. It's from in person. This is kind of new from the goat wall. Granted, Ted Simmons is not a goat. What was here, my wife took in the divorce. It was fine. But so I had become friends with Ted Simmons, or at least friendly to the point where we could text each other. And he was nice enough. He sent me an old passport. So you can see the letter he wrote. Like, Frank, I found an old passport. Thought you might like to have it. Stay well. Thanks again, TLS, which is Ted Simmons, obviously. So I just took these three pieces. My framer pushed it together. I got my Joe Montana up here. Again, signed. I think it's the 98 National. Jerry Rice signed. Down here is my Babe Ruth signed check. Again, it's a little bit awkward of a photo. I didn't want the same usual photos. Muhammad Ali from the 1997 National. Again, we put that together with this piece. I got that signed in person. Moving along here. I hope you're not bored yet. God. Again, this is my Empire Strikes Back cast and crew signed poster. And this is signed by everyone. I mean, you got John Williams on there. Mark Hamill's right there. Harrison Ford's right there. Even Frank Oz, who's like, does Yoda, very famous, signed it there. James Earl Jones. George Lucas is down there. You name it, they signed it if they're possible. So of all the main cast and crew. Let's see, what do we got right here? This is the 96 U.S. Open. I was able to go to it. It was locally. So I just bought the poster, had people sign it. You got Tom Watson over here, Jack Nicklaus over here, Phil Mickelson over here. It's kind of faded. This is a very young Tiger Woods autograph. So yes, Tiger Woods was there. He signed it right there. That's the only Tiger Woods I have in my collection. I'm not really a golf collector, but I do have a Tiger Woods autograph in person. So very young Tiger Woods. I guess, again, these are just some random, being in Detroit, that's one, like Len Barney, Lou Creekmore, and Charlie Sanders. Above and below, I got in person. The middle one, I got it. I framed it together. It looks nice. Just brings the room together. On this side, Jim Bunning, Al Kaline. That's probably one of the first autographs I ever got in person. This is Al Kaline. Whitey Herzog, believe it or not. Yes, Whitey Herzog was a Detroit Tiger. Moving on, again, just Detroit motif. There's just a bunch of Red Wings right here. All these guys probably will or should be Hall of Famers. Let's see, Pavel Datsyuk, Lidstrom, Chris Osgood, Scotty Bowman, Henrik Zetterberg, Chris Chelios. Some more, again, Marcel Dion. He's going to be at the National again this year. I got that at the National. Sergei Fedorov, I got in person. He doesn't do that many appearances. Mike Modano, again, known for being a Dallas star, but again, he was the Red Wings for a short time. I got it there. This is one of my more, I really like this piece. This is a signed Celtics piece. You can see right here, Bob Cousy, Bill Sharman, Sam Jones, Bill Russell. The Russell's kind of tough to see. I got that at one of the shows he was at when he started doing shows again. Havlicek, he was from the 2012 National. This is from Parrish, Bird, McHale, and Nate Archibald. And these are a couple of pieces of original signed Boston Garden floor. So each signed Tommy Heisel and Dave Cowan. So pretty cool. I'll walk around here. We'll get to the wall in a second. Again, just going around here. People like to see the stuff. I just got this frame. This is the newest piece in my basement that's framed. Is a Jimmy Fox signed government postcard. Again, it's just a unique photo right below that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Cal Ripken signed. I'll probably replace that one of these days. And other stuff, I guess, like stuff laying around, like a nice Garrett Cole signed photo. I paid $30 for this way back when. This is a Fazzino piece if you're into art. Again, here's, I'm going to replace this eventually as well. It doesn't go with the rest of the room. And Eddie Collins and Bob Quinn, who's an honor roll member. Signed piece. Right below that, I bought this like this for like $100. Gil Hodges. I'm looking to upgrade it. Maybe I'll get it upgraded at the National just because it's a cut at the end of the day. I just got such a good deal. I didn't think he ever make in the Hall of Fame, but he did get in, so congratulations. Again, moving to this side of back to this side of the room. Again, just some more Piston stuff. I have these trifolds of all of them. Chauncey Billups, probably again in the Hall of Fame. Rip Hamilton was the cover with the winner in 04. That's the original Sports Illustrated. And Ben Wallace, I got in person, is in the Hall of Fame. Moving on here. So this is like, again, just random Hall of Fame football players. I framed this a long time ago, believe it or not. Sammy Baugh, White Tittle, Jim Brown, Brett Favre, Gale Sayers. I always talk about this Walter Payton of the 93 National. And he was signing for free, and you had a choice to get his autograph or Manon Raume, the first female goalie. So in the NHL, she never made it to the NHL. She's just an NHL organization. So I'll do a quick flip around here. Maybe you get a sense of what my basement looks like. You can see the bed down there. That's where I was sleeping during the divorce. Again, up here is like just a lot of signed baseball. Some of these probably should go. Some of them are nice. Most of these are in person. Edward Encarnacion, Abreu, that's Bieber, Lindor. I did pay for that in person. He's side paneled still. Bruce Fromming, Alisai Chance, based on his umpiring career. Corey Kluber in person. Otani, I just got Tatis full name. I wanted to pull him out of the cabinet. My son said, put him back in. He's still going to be a good player. I'm like, okay. Chris Bryant in person, Lofton, I got at the National. That's it. Jose Acuna, full name. Schilling, Cabrera in person. Garrett Cole. I think that's a Fanatics, not in person. Bruce Bochy, not in person. Jose Ramirez in person. Pujols, definitely in person. Joe Muir, Francona, Joe West, Bill James. I think Bill James will make the Hall of Fame. I don't know in what capacity. I was at a dinner with him, so of course I had him sign a baseball. There's a full Michael Nelson Trout baseball. Jimmy Rollins, got him at the National one year. I forgot what year. There's a beautiful Verlander ball. If you know anything about Verlander, he hates signing. So to get him to sign was tough. So right next to another real tough guy, Zach Greinke, maybe just as tough. That's Buster Posey, believe it or not, a full name Posey. I got that on the MLB website. Is it exclusive for them? Juan Soto, I took a shot with him his rookie year, and I bought that baseball through Fanatics. Let's see, got Ichiro, and right above him is Pujols. The Ichiro ball, I did pay for. Pujols, not in person. The Pujols is all I added myself. Derek Jeter logo ball, I got that in person. He was here. Scherzer. That's Manny Ramirez, believe it or not, when he did the National. Molina. That's from a Cardinals winter warm-up. Nolan Arenado. Goldschmidt, again, another winter warm-up. Sosa. Again, I know he won't make the Hall of Fame probably, but Bryce Harper. That's a vintage, if there is a vintage signature of him, because of the fact that I flew out to Greensboro, North Carolina with the hopes of getting his autograph, and he was in single A. Got lucky, I got it. Carlos Correa right next to him. Bregman, this ball looks dirty because this is a used ball from his very first hit game, which was actually in Detroit. So I actually went to the game, got the ball, then I got him to sign it. Altuve again in person, and finally an Ortiz logo ball. Moving around, there's like a lot of balls right here. A lot of these are my multi-sign balls. I'm not gonna like take each one out because they'd be here forever. Just yeah, I can see like this is a few balls that I actually spotted, like Santos on that one. This is my first ball ever that I did. I can see Brock, Spahn, Selig. I'm going fairly quickly with these balls. There's a Barry Bonds ball. That's a real Barry Bonds autograph. It's still in the holder. I never unwrapped it or anything like that. Again, these are just old balls when I couldn't afford to get single sign balls. I was not that rich of a kid, so I was smart enough to get the Hall of Famers cheap. I wasn't smart enough to get them on individual baseball. You can see Sutton, Lee Smith. There's Messina ball. Edgar Martinez is right underneath there. Shearholtz. It's not valuable. I can grab it around. I get Mariano. I think that's Sabathia. Full name Sabathia right below. These are on my photo buckets. There's Ted Williams up there. That's upper deck, believe it or not. That's Yastrzemski below it. Like Oliva, Dick Allen, who will get in, I don't know when. Rice, Blyleven, Larry Walker, the head of TriStar. I got that from me too, Frank. Gary Carter, Sparky. I see Brett and Andre Dawson there. Palmeiro, Fisk. Again, I got Palmeiro when I thought he'd still be a Hall of Famer. He had the stats, no question. There's a Piazza there. This is one of my many Ted Simmons autographs right here. This is a single sign Roy Halladay. I got him at the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame right before he passed away. It's the second to last signing he did. I went there. I got a couple of his. I think all three of us, my kids and I, all got one. So that one's right there. This is, again, another multi-sign ball. I see, let's see, Cox, Rain, Smoltz on there. Right here, I just have some like random stuff just laying there, like a Pete Alonso signed baseball. Franco Harris, you can see here. These are all, I think, single sign down here. Let's see, Abreu, Mickey Lolich, Albert Bell, Dave Bing. I know he's a basketball Hall of Famer. I was at an event with him. John Lester, Kim Ng. Again, she was the first female GM. Omar Vizquel. I got Delgado, Theo Epstein. I think I'll be a Hall of Famer. Lou Bob, who knows? That's a full J-Rod autograph. I got another Joe West that I got. Dale Murphy, who knows about him. Freddie Freeman. Again, Bob Gritch, who knows? Chris Sale, Mookie Betts, Billy Wagner, who'll probably get in next year. Well, Andrew Jones, I got the National. He'll probably get in last year. Lance McCullers. The only reason why he's even in here is because that's a ball from his very first game and first win. Again, in Detroit. I think he inscribed it first win. Yeah, and dated it. That was kind of cool. This is a rare full name Frank Thomas Hall of Fame baseball. You can see it down there. Craig Kimbrell, I think he's on a path. Todd Helton, again, a vintage thing. Up here, again, resting is just some game use floor pieces. The Bernard Kings from the Garden game use. Drexler and Olajuwon. Those are game use Summit pieces. I don't know why I bought them. Oh, what are we moving on to? Single sign Jeter. I got that in person. Again, same time I got the other one when he was here. This is a 1922 Giants ball. That 2019 Ross Young's is hidden behind there. There's L.I. De La Cruz. I don't know. I got some rookies in here. You'll see why. I don't know. I got that last year at the Fan Fest. Again, this is a 1923 St. Louis Browns. The significance of that is Urban Shockers on there. Again, a very, very tough name if you're ever to get in. You can read his story. This is just a random baseball I got as a kid. George Steinbrenner is like right there if you could see that. I'm not going to open it. This is like a 2018 team signed Indians, 1989 team signed Giants, Riley Green. Guerrero Sr., A-Rod, Cashman. Again, it's just random names on balls. I don't want to break them all out. Tommy, Thomas, Wander Franco. Again, I got him in the minor leagues. He's supposed to be good. This is a ball. Let's see. I see Mutual Door. I'm sure there's other names on there. Griffey Upper Deck, that single sign. This is, I see Buck O'Neill. I don't even know who signed this. I'm going to take this one out just to see who signed it. This has, let's see, it has Smoltz, Glavin, and Maddox. Yeah, they're different colors. I don't know why I did Smoltz. Glavin, you're next on the autograph registry for me, whatever. Autograph analysis, that's a Maddox. That's from his first show. This is a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's probably one of the first balls he ever signed in his professional league. His debut was in Lansing, and I got invited to a pre-Beat the Team, and he signed that before even his very first game. It was like I was the first one in line. That's the first ball he signed. So right next to that is Dick Williams, and again, yet another Ted Simmons. I should pull some Ted Simmons. Below that, this is kind of a cool piece. I've talked about this before. I went on a Fenway tour, and there was a piece of the chair just laying on the ground. I stole it. Had Carl Yastrzemski sign it. Below that, another Altuve autograph from the same time. Mattingly. Newest Hall of Famer, Scott Rowland autograph. Full name, Scott Bruce Rowland. Full name, Guerrero Jr. I don't think he knows how to sign up. There's a great deal on that. Again, full name, Salvador Perez autograph. Dusty Baker. My Hernandez from the National. I think it looks horrible. I hate looking at that autograph. This is the full year 2017 Cabrera. Tigers ball without Verlander. Ugh, Cabrera's over, not Verlander. I just got this Joey Votto ball end of last year when they got the De La Cruz. I asked him to sign his full name. He printed it. He didn't sign it. So anyways, Tommy. They got that at the Field of Dreams. I think Bill White, who I think has got an outside shot at the Hall of Fame. Fergie Jenkins, who Ryan met. K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez. I don't think he'll get in, but why not? Again, a Lou Whitaker signed inscription ball. These are actually quite rare, these logo balls for Whitaker. If you look around, you're not going to see many signed. Jacob deGrom, if he ever gets healthy. Kershaw. Another Trout ball I bought cheap. Pat Gillick, I just did an analysis of. Hunter Green signed to my son. Goose Gossage with the inscription, I struck Pete Rose out his last at bat. This is a Roger Clemens ball. I just got done logo. He's put 300 wins and the date he got it. Another Paul Goldschmidt I got in person. Down here is Alan Trammell. And again, just looking out, I have binders of autographs. I mean, I couldn't even go through all the autographs in one video. It's like Joe De La Moliere, like Mark D'Antoni, just random stuff. Kenneth Walker, give him a Michigan State guy. So just walking around. This is a bad COVID pickup. Full name Zion Fanatics. Again, this is the wall, if you could see it back. Again, just basically just more Hall of Famers. We have Steve Eiserman right here. I met him at an event, personalized it. This is, I forgot what year this is. 2009, the year after they won the Stanley Cup. Team signed Red Wings, Patrick Ewing. They got Parcells and Lawrence Taylor. Emmett Smith, I got in Vegas. Drew Brees, it was a special. It was cheap because he was a Charger, as you can see, and not a Saint. Karl Malone, I got the 98 National. This picture, I know it's common of Guerrero Sr. and Jr. I guarantee you, I feel like 99% confident I was the first one to complete this. I got Guerrero Jr., like I said, the same time I got at the private event. And then a month later, Guerrero Sr. was at an event at the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame where I got Halladay. And I finished this up in June, the year Guerrero came up. So what else? Marshall Faulk, again, not a rare autograph. Too Frank, Calvin. I got a couple things back here. I'm just gonna stretch my arms. That's again another Joe Namath cut from his book signing. This was a TriStar special. I don't know if I could zoom in or not. You see Shula, Marino, Dwight Stevenson, another Hall of Famer. Moving around, I got the Jim Leland All-Star jersey that he used. That's a picture of him in that very jersey from his personal collection. I got some just baseball cards. These are the only baseball cards I own, really. I own them because I go prospecting, so I buy Bowman cards. You can see they're all Bowman. Just try to have the card to get it signed up minor league. Not much here, just some old like Wheaties boxes and some Michigan State stuff. I had managed to be signed that, so. Oh, Coca-Cola. These are all, you can see that I told you I cut for the presidents. This is where all the books are, right down there. And there's some more signed books down here. Like David Grohl, Gerald Ford's in one of those, Torrey. Just random stuff. Big Papi, Oscar Robertson. They're all signed books. So Amy Schumer. This is the Wall of Fame, I like to call it. You can see right here, I had a professional framer come in. and photograph all these. Unfortunately, I didn't photograph a lot of the backs of these, like Red Ruffian's a government postcard, Goslin's a cut, Hani Minuschek, Cal Hubbard, Frank Frisch, Ty Cobb, Bill Terry. I mean, I have a video I can link to this wall. Ray Dandridge, I'll go quickly here. It's the Eddie Walsh, lowest ERA ever, signed postcard. Harry Hooper check. Again, not rare at all. I don't know why I framed him. There's really no rhyme or reason. A Grover Cleveland Alexander signed postcard, which is quite rare. A Cartwright check. Unfortunately, the framer framed out his name was right across here, and he framed it out, but it's still good. Hank Greenberg government postcard, Eparixi. I try to mix in some famous and not so famous when I did this wall, because they're all Hall of Famers. They're all equal in my book. This Bobby Wallace. It's a little rare. It's a full name, Roderick John Bob Wallace. I don't see those that many in the government postcards. Again, Lefty Grove. Great pitcher. Top 100 pitcher of all time, but player of all time, I should say. Hugh Duffy government postcard. Mickey Cochran signed check. Turkey Stearns card, a signed index card. It's tough to find anything of his. And then you got Leon David, not tough at all. Pie Trainer government postcard. This is my Clemente. Clemente is kind of rare, this one. It's a, obviously, this is a tax from his, when the family released everything, like probably a decade ago. This was a signed, not a tax return loan document. And he signed it right up there, Roberto Clemente. And there's like the envelope. He mailed it into his family. You see this photo a lot. This is from, Hakes, I forgot the guy's name, Merkin Collection. Big Negro League collector. And Hilton Smith obviously is a tough name, but you've seen this piece signed before. But I've never seen it with Hall of Famer Willard Brown on it as well. So that makes it especially unique, this piece. This piece is kind of cool. Bill McKitchney. He's not a famous Hall of Famer, but this is from the back of Sport Magazine right here, baseball magazine. You can see right here is like a statement. He said, some class to your Bradley, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this is the exact letter that was sent that this was printed on. So it's pretty cool. Harry Heilman promissory note. We got, let's see, Ray Shaw, which I thought was cool because it was a Purdue University letterhead. This is Willie Wells, a Negro Leaguer. And this is his actual Social Security card signed. Again, I thought that was cool. Chick Hafey, not rare at all. Postcard. Earl Averill check, not rare. Again, Earl Lombardi, not rare at all. I just like the photo. That's why I got this one framed. Roy Campanella, pre-stroke signature. Chuck Klein, Triple Crown winner. Again, government postcard, fairly rare. Stanley Kovaleski. I bought this a huge lot from his family. And the reason why I bought it is because if you look for Kovaleski, you don't see a lot of stuff signed besides index cards and baseballs and like flats. So like something like that I thought was really cool. What do we got next to him? Bill Dickey signed check. Again, not rare. Elmer Flick sign. I've replaced that since with a government postcard, but it's still there. Carl Hubble. I love that photo. Carl Hubble. Again, the check, not rare at all. Walter Johnson. Yeah, now we're getting class of 36, much more rare. Billy Southler check, not that rare. Sam Rice postcard. For some reason, I had a tough time finding a Sam Rice postcard. I found one. Again, now we have a tough one. Honus Wagner. That's a dual signed check of Honus Wagner. I can see the signature, John Wagner. It's signed on the back as well, but it's a beautiful, beautiful signature. No cancellations through it. Two Hall of Famers right here, Preston Han and Rupert. This is not rare. George Kelly signed check. Again, we got a red favor down there, not rare. This is a Cy Young signed postcard. Maybe I'll update it. I mean, the index card, I want to upgrade that to a signed postcard at the National. We'll see. Jackie Robinson check. You could argue was signed 1.5 times because it was made out to his mother right there. Signed there and there. But the cancellation's beautiful. So, again, Casey Stengel check. Check's not rare at all, but I just love this photo. Again, Judy Johnson down here. This is the autograph on the PSA website. If you look at the PSA's autograph facts for Judy Johnson, one of them you're going to see is this autograph right here because it's signed William Judy Johnson. Kind of rare, although some checks have gotten out, so it's become less rare. Below that is Sam Crawford, and there's like a tiger chair here. So, and like, oh yeah, I have Chief Bender up here. This is like one of the first autographs I ever got I started doing deceased Hall of Famers. And again, some Michigan State stuff here. Nothing terribly rare. Signed Magic Johnson jersey, signed Draymond Green jersey. So, again, just looking around. I mean, like I said, I have that. And then like I just have stuff everywhere. So, I'm not going to go through everything and show you everything. Like, just a drawer. I have like some Topps Now, some autograph cards. There's probably some rare stuff in here, valuable stuff in here. I have no idea. That's all for my son, like signed 84 programs. And again, just like looking down, I'm trying to think if I have anything else really that exceptional here. David Price signed baseball. I have a lot of Ted Simmons signs baseballs. It's a long story, but a lot of Ted Simmons signs baseball. So if you need a Ted Simmons signs baseball, I'm your guy. So that's really about it. I'll get a last spin through. Oh yeah, that down there is the on deck circle from the last game at Tiger Stadium. So you can see pictures of it. That's it right there. I don't know if it's the home or away side. It's a long story how I got it. Like on my, what's on my table here? This is where I film everything right here in this corner. You could tell that. That's where I keep all my do my research and stuff like that. Jake, this is, if you're still watching, this is your letter I owe you. Bill, your card is right here, side Roger Clemens card. I got him here. A couple of things I hope to bring to the National, hope to consign this year, just doubled. I'm trying to get rid of. Beckett Search just came in. So half hour should be enough to bore you. So I appreciate you watching. If you still here, hit the like, hit the comments. It'd be greatly appreciated. As always, keep collecting.